The law of polarity states, everything has two poles. Everything has its pair of opposites. These opposites are not separate things. They are the same thing, expressed at different degrees. Hot and cold are not two different substances. They are variations of temperature. Light and dark are not separate forces. Darkness is simply less light. This principle teaches that what appear to be opposites are actually extremes of the same continuum. Now apply this to your daily experience. Think about emotions. Love and hate feel completely different, but they are both strong forms of emotional attachment. Indifference sits between them. The difference is not type, it is degree. Consider confidence and insecurity. They seem like opposites, but both are based on how you evaluate yourself. One is a high degree of certainty, the other is a low degree. Same scale, different position. This matters because it means change is possible. If opposites are connected, then moving from one to the other is not a leap. It is a shift along a spectrum. For example, think about motivation. At one extreme, you feel resistance. You avoid action. At the other extreme, you feel driven. You take action easily. Between those points, there are many degrees. You do not need to go from 0 to maximum instantly. You only need to move slightly along the scale. That small shift changes behavior. Another example is conflict. Two people argue because they see things as opposites. Right and wrong. Agree and disagree. But often, both perspectives exist on the same spectrum. Each person is holding a different point along that range. When you recognize this, the interaction changes. Instead of treating the other side as completely separate, you begin to see the connection. This creates flexibility. The law of polarity also applies to perception. A situation can feel negative or positive depending on where you focus. A failure can be seen as loss or as feedback. Same event, different position on the scale. This is not about ignoring reality. It is about recognizing that meaning exists across a range. Even energy levels follow this pattern. You can feel low, neutral, or high energy. These are not separate states. They are positions along a continuum. This principle gives you a practical tool. If you want to change your experience, you do not need to create something new. You need to shift position from frustration toward neutrality, from neutrality toward clarity, step by step. Another real-world example is temperature. If a room feels cold, you do not instantly make it hot. You gradually increase the heat. The same applies to your internal state. You move along the scale. The law of polarity removes the idea that opposites are fixed and separate. Instead, it shows that everything exists within a range. And because it exists within a range, it can be adjusted. This is where awareness becomes useful. When you recognize where you are on a scale, you gain the ability to move. Not instantly, but intentionally. Everything has two poles, and between those poles, there is always space to shift. Take a moment. You've explored how opposites are connected, how they exist on the same scale. You've seen that what feels fixed is often just a position. Now, we move beyond understanding. The law of polarity is not just an idea. It is something you can observe and experience. Right now, Your mind holds positions. Your body reflects a state. Your attention rests somewhere along a range. So now, we shift. From thinking about opposites to noticing them directly. From concepts to experience. There is nothing to force, only something to recognize and gently adjust. Bring your attention inward and prepare to observe where you are and how you can move. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Bring your attention to your breath. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Let the breath settle into a natural pace. No effort, just awareness. Now bring your attention to your current state, not your thoughts, not your story, just your position. Ask yourself, where am I right now? Do not search for a perfect answer, just notice. Now imagine a simple line, a scale with two ends, one pole on the left, one pole on the right. Choose a state to observe, something real, maybe calm and tense, or focused and distracted. Place one end of the scale as one extreme, the opposite end as the other. Now locate yourself on that line, somewhere between the two. Not all the way to one side, not all the way to the other. Just a position. Stay with that. No judgment, just awareness of where you are. Now understand this. You are not stuck at this point. You are positioned here, and position can change. Now, without force, shift slightly along the line. Just a small movement toward the direction you prefer. Not all the way, just a step. Notice what happens. Does your body respond? Does your breathing change? Stay with the shift. Now again, move slightly further. Another step along the scale. Small, controlled, intentional. You are not jumping between extremes. You are moving along a continuum. Now pause. Notice your new position. Compare it to where you started. Different, even if only slightly. This is how change works. Now bring awareness back to the scale. See both ends clearly. Opposites, but connected. Not separate. Part of the same range. You can move in either direction. You are not fixed. Now release the scale. Return to your breath. Inhale and exhale. Feel your body as it is now. Steady, aware, positioned. Take a deeper breath in and slowly exhale. When you are ready, gently open your eyes and carry this awareness with you, knowing that wherever you are on a scale, and you can always move, one step at a time.